Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from group 2. We will explain structure and function of organism on Gymnosperm. So first, I'm Vania. I will explain about structure and function of Gymnosperm organs. These plants were the first developed seed. Seeds are an efficient system of dispersal, and this mechanism ensures that new plants can grow almost anywhere, not necessarily next to the parent plants. Gymnosperm characteristic. Gymnosperm characteristic is they don't have flower and open seed. Because they don't have flower, they also don't have fruit. This plant body show different and divided into three parts, which is leaf, stem, and roots. The leaves are generally needle-like with a thick cuticle and sunken stomata, generally seen in conifers. These features help in the reduction of water loss due to transpiration. The root system present in Gymnosperm is taproot. In some plants, these roots have an association with fungi and form mycorrhiza, for example in pinus. In a few other species like the Kikas plant, the roots are in the form of specialized roots called coralloid roots. These plants are vascular with both xylem and phloem being present. We can see on the first pictures there is a mature seed cone. It consists of cone axis, cone scale, seed, and wing. And the second one is about female strobilus and woody female strobilus. We can see the oval seed scale, bracts scale, and then the third picture is about the whole plant. We can see the needle-like leaves containing seed for reproduction, stem, also the root system in underground. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mufti Muhammad Hamzah and I will explain about reproduction of gymnosperm. The characteristic of reproduction in gymnosperm is they do not have true flowers. So what ways they do reproduction? In gymnosperm, the reproductive structure is called a strobilus or cone. Both male and female strobilus can be present on the same trees seen in pinus or on different trees seen in cicas. Gymnosperm plants are heterosporous. They produce different spores, which are the haploid microspore and megaspore. The strobilus, which composed of cotyledon where seed embryo is found, is female strobilus. They bear the ovules having the megasporangium, thus produce the haploid megaspores. The strobilus, which is composed of pollen, is male strobilus, which have the megasporangia that produce the haploid microspores. Some of these microspores develop into male gamete called the pollen grains, while the rest degenerate. Here, the picture of male and female strobilus. This is for female strobilus, and then this is for male strobilus. And then for the last is fertilization process. When the pollen grains are released from the microsporangium, they get dispersed through wine and reach the female strobilus cone. The pollen grain develop a pollen tube which grows towards the archegonium. The male gametes get discharged near the mouth of archegonium. The archegonium is some part of ovule in female strobilus. Fusion of the male and female gamete occurs. After fertilization, it makes embryo or developing seed and can grow become mature plant. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, now I will explain about the distinguish from one another the pillars of gymnosperm. There are four pillars in gymnosperm. The first is cicadinae. The cicadinae is primitive seed plants. Cicadinae are an ancient phylum surviving through the age of the dinosaur to modern times. It's around 2080 years. Cicadinae divided into 3 families, 11 genera, and 2050 species. The habitat of Cicadinae are tropical and subtropical region like our country. And then the Cicadinae is dioecious plain. Dioecious plains mean that the male and female reproductive organs consist in different plants. Development of micro and mega gametophytes takes place in cones that are apically. Wine was previously thought to be the major pollination mechanism of Cicadinae, but now has been replaced by insect pollination. And then the appearance of Cicadinae is palm-like. The branch stems that is often scattered from old petioles, which are the stalks that connect leaves to stems. At the top of their stems, Cicadinae produce green pinnately compound leaves that resemble palm fronds. And for example of Cicadinae is Cichas rumpi, or we know that is Pakis haji. And then the second is Coniferae. Coniferae is the largest phyla in Gymnosperm. It's around 50 species around the world. Coniferae have the leaves that resemble with a needle or a scaly. Normally stay on the tree year-round, producing evergreen color. That's why conifera is an evergreen tree. The habitat of coniferae are moderate and cold climates. And then the coniferae is monoecious plain. Monoecious plain is opposite with the dioecious plain means that conifer produce male pollen-bearing cones and female seed-bearing cones. Both types of cones appear in the same plant. And the vine is the major of pollination mechanism. The example of conifer is Pinus mercus.
Hello, I'm Meli, and I will explain about the distinguish from one another the phyla of Gymnosperm. The third is Gingoinae, and the fourth is Gnetinae. Gingoinae and Gnetinae has a characteristic that is, first, for Gingoinae consists of a single living species, that is Ginkgo biloba. So, Ginkgo biloba is the only living species in the division of Gingoinae. And for Gnetinae consists of 3 genera, that is Ephedra, Gnetum, and Welwitschia. Ephedra distribute in the desert around the world, and for Gnetum found in tropical forests, and Welwitschia restricted to southwestern Africa. And the second characteristic is, for Gingoinae, the leaf has a long stalk in fan shape and has branch veins. And for Gnetinae has a single leaf face each other. And the next characteristic for Gingoinae, it has a high tolerance to air pollution. And for Gnetinae is woody vascular system. So Gnetinae are unique gymnosperm that are very similar to angiosperm due to conducting cells or vessel element in their wood. And the next is for habitat. Mostly Gingoinae found in deciduous forests in China. And for Gnetinae, some are tropical whereas others live in desert. And the next is for Gingoinae is dioecious plant, and for Gnetine, monoecious or dioecious plant. For your information, dioecious plant, which means that the male and female reproductive organ are found on different trees. And for monoecious plant having both male and female organ in the same trees. So for Gingoine is dioecious plant, or that the male and female reproductive organ are found on different trees. And for Gnetine, some plant is monoecious plant and some plant is dioecious plant. And for the example of Gingoine is Ginkgo biloba, and for Gnetine is Gnetum gnemon, or in bahasa H. melinjo. And yes, we can found in our country. So that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.